Hello everyone, and welcome back to our word learning adventure. Can you believe it? We're already on day 9 of our Advanced Vocabulary Power Challenge. Seriously, you all are crushing it. Your dedication is truly awesome. It's clear you're not just picking up new words. You're sharpening your mind. You're gaining the power to express yourself with incredible confidence. That's what this is all about. Building real English power, day by day. Today, we have 5 more fantastic words lined up for you. We'll explore them. They will make your English even stronger. They will boost your communication impact. Our mission is simple. Understand each word. Get a clear picture of it in your head. Then, here's the fun part. Try using it today. That's where the magic happens. So, grab a comfy spot. Get ready to focus. Let's unlock these next linguistic gems together. Your advanced vocabulary journey is rolling strong. Let's do this. Today's first word is quintessential. It's an adjective. This means it describes something. Let's say it together slowly. Quintessential. Now, say it with me. Quintessential. Great job. What does quintessential mean? This word comes from an old idea. It's about the fifth essence. This essence makes something what it truly is. Quintessential means representing the most perfect or typical example of a quality or class. It describes the perfect example of a certain type of thing. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image shows the best example of an apple. It highlights what quintessential means. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. A small, cozy cottage with a roaring fireplace is the quintessential image of comfort during winter. This shows how a cottage can be the perfect symbol of winter comfort. Here's another sentence. Her classic red lipstick and sharp wit were quintessential of her bold and confident style. This explains how specific traits perfectly define someone's unique style. Now synonyms are typical, classic, ideal, perfect, exemplary. And then antonyms are atypical, unusual, imperfect, inferior, abnormal. Here's a simple way to remember. Quintessential, think of quint, sounding like punt, imperfect punt, it's the perfect example. This is a strong word for describing perfect examples. Let's say this phrase clearly. That is quintessential perfection. Say it again. That is quintessential perfection. Yes, the ideal. Our second word for today is lucid. It's an adjective. This means it describes something or someone. Let's say it slowly. Lucid. Now, say it with me. Lucid. Awesome. What does lucid mean? This word comes from Old Latin words. They relate to light. They mean clear, or shining. Lucid means expressed clearly, easy to understand, or thinking clearly, especially during a period of confusion. It describes something very clear, and easy to follow. Or it describes someone thinking very clearly. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image represents something perfectly clear. Like seeing through clear water. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. Her instructions were so lucid that everyone understood exactly what to do. This shows how clear instructions prevent misunderstandings. Here's another sentence. Despite being very old, he remained remarkably lucid. He could discuss complex topics with great clarity. This explains how a person can maintain clear thoughts and understanding. Now synonyms are clear, understandable, plain, coherent, and intelligible. And then antonyms are confusing, unclear, muddled, vague, and obscure. Here's a simple way to remember lucid. Lucid sounds a bit like liquid. Think of crystal clear liquid or water. A lucid explanation is as perfectly clear and easy to see through as pure water. This is a great word for talking about clarity and understanding. Let's say this phrase clearly. I like lucid explanations. Say it again. I like lucid explanations. Yes, clarity helps. Our third word for today is veracity. It's a noun. This names a quality or truth. Let's say it slowly. Veracity. Say it out loud. All together now. Veracity. Good job. What does veracity mean? This word comes from an old Latin word for truth. Veracity means conformity to facts, accuracy, or habitual truthfulness. It's about being truthful and accurate. Or it's someone's habit of telling the truth. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image helps you visualize truth and accuracy being perfectly weighted. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. The journalist was known for the veracity of her reports. She always made sure every fact was correct. This highlights the importance of accuracy in reporting. Here's another sentence. The lawyer questioned the veracity of the witness's statement. He tried to find out if it was truly accurate. This explains how someone might challenge the truthfulness of information. Now synonyms are truthfulness, accuracy, authenticity, honesty, and credibility. And then antonyms are falsehood, dishonesty, deceit, inaccuracy, and lie. Here's a simple way to remember veracity. Veracity sounds like very city, in a very city, meaning a busy or important city. Truth and accuracy are often highly valued. This is an important word for talking about truth. Let's say this phrase clearly. I value veracity. Say it again. I value veracity. Yes, truth matters. Our fourth word for today is pragmatic. It's an adjective. This means it describes a way of thinking or acting. Let's say it slowly. Pragmatic. Now, say it with me. Pragmatic. Excellent. What does pragmatic mean? This word comes from Old Greek words. They relate to deed or action. Pragmatic means dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. It describes someone who focuses on what's practical and useful. They solve problems in a sensible, real-world way. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image shows someone focused on practical solutions, not just ideas. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. Instead of dreaming about ideal solutions, the team took a pragmatic approach. They focused on what they could actually do right now. This shows how a pragmatic approach is about real, doable actions. Here's another sentence. He had a very pragmatic view of life. He always preferred sensible actions over empty words. This explains a person who values practical steps and real results. Now synonyms are practical, realistic, sensible, down-to-earth, and efficient. And then antonyms are idealistic, theoretical, impractical, unrealistic, and dreamy. Here's a simple way to remember. Pragmatic. Pragmatic sounds like practical magic. If you're pragmatic, you make practical things happen, almost like magic. This is a great word for talking about being practical. Let's say this phrase clearly. I am pragmatic. Say it again. I am pragmatic. Yes, stay real. Our final word for today is epiphany. It's a noun. This names a special moment. Let's say it slowly. Epiphany. Now, say it with me. Epiphany. Outstanding. What does epiphany mean? This word comes from Old Greek. It means appearance or manifestation. Epiphany means a moment of sudden and great revelation or realization. A sudden, striking insight. It's like a sudden, aha moment. Something becomes perfectly clear. Let's see a picture to make it clearer. This image helps you imagine a sudden, clear understanding. Now, let's look at some sentences to understand it better. After struggling with the math problem for hours, he had an epiphany. He suddenly saw the simple solution. This shows a sudden moment of clear understanding after difficulty. Here's another sentence. Meeting people from different cultures led to a personal epiphany for her. It completely changed her view of the world. This explains a powerful moment of realization. It shifts one's perspective entirely. Now synonyms are revelation, realization, insight, breakthrough, and discovery. And then antonyms are confusion, ignorance, mystery, obscurity, and misconception. Here's a simple way to remember. Epiphany. Think of an epic moment, when a light bulb suddenly goes off in your head. That bright flash is your epiphany, a big, sudden understanding. This is a fantastic word for describing sudden insights. Let's say this phrase with confidence. I had an epiphany. One more time. I had an epiphany. Yes, those moments are great. Alright, my awesome word learners. We've now understood all 5 words. Quintessential, lucid, veracity, pragmatic, and epiphany. It's time to see them come to life in a simple story. Listen carefully. Try to spot each word. The story is The Entrepreneur's Turning Point. Sarah, a young entrepreneur, always struggled to make her business plan clear. Her old plans were far from quintessential examples of clarity. One day, after a long brainstorming session, she had a sudden epiphany. The key was to focus on a pragmatic approach. This meant emphasizing simple, real-world steps. She realized that veracity was vital. So, her presentation needed to be built on absolute truth and accurate data. With this new understanding, she finally created a lucid business plan. Everyone could easily understand and believe it. So, what's the important lesson we learn from The Entrepreneur's Turning Point? To reach your goals, seek a lucid understanding. Rely on veracity. Take a pragmatic path. Sometimes, a sudden epiphany can show you the quintessential way forward. Alright, my absolute language superstars. And just like that, day 9 of our Advanced Vocabulary Power journey is in the books. You've done an incredible job today. You didn't just learn. You truly got a feel for these important words. Quintessential, lucid, veracity, pragmatic, and epiphany. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. Remember what we always say. Consistency is your superpower. Every single lesson, every word you practice, it's a huge step forward. You're not just memorizing, you're actively building a stronger, more confident you. One powerful word at a time. And trust me, that's something truly special. Thank you so much for bringing your amazing energy and willingness to learn. I'm genuinely excited to see you back here for the very next lesson. We'll continue to unlock even more incredible words together. If you enjoyed this session, please hit that like button. Share it with anyone who loves learning. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our English adventures. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep shining brightly. You've got this.